you face me for picture?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Hey, look back to the left, sir.
Stay with me, stay with me. Hey, give this there away, thanks.
Gemma, look up, Gemma. Gemma, over your shoulder.
Gemma! Gemma!
Gemma, look left.
Gemma, give this there away.
Gemma, look as you want. Get out the way, Gemma. You go, girl.
Stay with me, Lee. Stay with me, Lee. Andy, give this there away. Run, right here.
Golly to the right, sir. Over the shoulders, you do it,
Give this there away.
Lucky Amelia Earhart look.
Stay right here.
Yeah.
Jonathan, give this there away. Right here, guys. And give this there away.
Micah, look left there.
Oh, hey now, hey. Let me get a soda. Can you take it one second?
Good. One more time. Straight ahead, please.
To your right, Frank. Okay, stay with me. And give this there away.
Hey, that's the front.
I know it well. I mean, yeah. I don't think it's her so much as an egg. I do.
Thank you, Gavin. Hey, Gavin, give this there away. Right, Gavin. Julie. Here. Hey.
To your left, please. To your left.
1, 2, 3. Right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the filmmakers and cast of Captain Mar-Vell. But before we get into it, we actually have 100 service members of the U.S. Air Force here tonight. And I would love for them to stand up. Will you stand up? So some of these, yeah! I'm relieved, you know? It's been 3 years of trying to keep the secret, so I'm just excited to share it so I don't have to hold on to spoilers anymore. For me, it's about story and it's about character, and it doesn't matter how big these movies get. It really becomes about human connection at the end of the day, and I think that's why they work so well. And like you said, it's incredibly diverse with a large range, and they just keep expanding more and more, so it's a good family to be in. I mean, Carol, her heart is the Air Force, is the military. So to have them be with us every step of the way, including today, to have their support of this film means everything.
As soon as I read it, I just thought this movie is really beautiful, and that's very unusual in a sort of a superhero movie of this type to have something that's so emotionally kind of strong and beautiful. And look, Bree and Lashana and Samuel and Jude, well, there was a very strong cast there. This was a treat to be on. Mar-Vell have just been just incredible in the last decade. What they've done with the whole business, and their movies have a great integration, and people just dig them. And being asked to sort of come aboard, that sort of stuff that's awesome. Mar-Vell have really done it right, having the serving Air Force personnel along. They were a huge part of it, and Bree and Lashana worked with them a lot. I was in there in the Air Force base with these incredible, planes and stuff. They've been awesome to us, and the least we can do is say, hey, come along, we think you're going to dig this, and I think they will.
Literally just that. I'm just so excited that everyone gets to see it, and then we get to talk about it, and then we get to scream about it. It just feels like a really lovely moment to be able to celebrate all the people that worked so tirelessly to get this movie together, and it just feels like a real special one, and I'm just really proud of it. Exactly, as it should be. I think just by being born a woman, we got something pretty special going on, don't you agree? The fact that she's both, and she's just a real woman, she represents the modern day woman quite accurately, I think, as well, is really, really nice, especially for our younger generation. I'm most excited to see what they tell me that they discover, because I think we work very hard to make sure that people see what we want them to see, but then to hear the feedback is pretty amazing as well. So I'm just looking forward to everyone's thoughts and just see what they get from it. It's really exciting.
Yes, amazing. Even better, to have a friend playing that role and, possibly changing, her career is on an upsweep, but now I think, she's going to be like a shooting star. She's going to kill it. So that's the great part, to be able to be in something with a friend and know that it'll change people's perception of who she is and the things she's capable of doing. Well, it's always great, to be around, young people that serve our country and, do everything to make sure that we're able to do the things that we do. They make it safe. And there's a great Armed Forces theme in the film. Bree and Lashana both play jet pilots, so there is that element. We visited the base, we shot out there, we talked to these young people, so it's really amazing that some of them got to come in and see the fruits of their labor also.
Oh, the atmosphere is amazing. I can't believe what they put on. No, it's great bumping into my castmates on the carpet. It's been lovely. She's really going to shake things up, I think. No, I'm so excited for people to see this movie and to see what an amazing performance that Bree does in the movie. I think it's wonderful to be able to see all these different female dynamics within a superhero movie. You've got friendships, you've got rivalries, mother and daughter relationships, you've got everything. It is, yeah. No, it's a really diverse cast. No, it's wonderful. Everyone's been so welcoming. The fans are so passionate. I hope they enjoy the film. I'm really excited for them to see and reminisce, if they're old enough to reminisce, about the 90s. I know not everyone watching it will be old enough to remember the 90s. I can. There's a lot of fun references in there. The soundtrack, the fashion, lots of props get used in ingenious ways. So
I'm super excited to be here, finally I'm gonna get to see the movie. We worked really hard, filming this movie, Captain Mar-Vell, and now that I get to see it, it's amazing. To be honest with you, it's to me, and I know to many other kids in my country, Latin America, this is like a dream come true, because when you grow up, watching all these characters, reading the comics, and watching the movies, and then all of a sudden I'm part of this film, I'm part of this Mar-Vell family. It's wow, I was on my way here and I'm talking to my friend, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe a year ago, I was watching Black Panther and I didn't even know I was gonna be in one of these movies, and truly, truly a blessing. It's a blessing for me to be here.
I'm back, it's the 90s, and we don't have to wear the terrible clothes. Our clothes are okay. It's an origin story, and it's kind of an origin story for Coulson. It's the first time we've seen him in the many, many movies and TV shows, and it's fun to go back to the very beginning and see the moments he and Nick Fury are getting to know each other and to see some of the secrets they've been keeping over at S.H.I.E.L.D. all these years. I mean, it's a great character with an amazing origin story, sorting out the secrets of who you really are, period. The fact that it also happens to be the first female-led superhero movie is really exciting. I have my 17-year-old daughter here tonight, and I'm excited to watch the movie with her. It's one of the amazing things that they've managed to pull off since Iron Man. Certainly Kevin's managed to bring that tone to every different corner of the Marvel Universe in its different way that it needs to be done. They don't get enough credit for how much it's evolved and evolves constantly. And the blend that they have of not taking itself too seriously and at the same time terrifying stakes. And I was in tears at the end of at the end of Infinity War. So they're doing something right.
This is major. I can't even tell you how, the combined values of what Captain Marvel stands for and Aerie just aligns completely. We want to empower women. That's what Aerie Real is all about. We want all women to realize that they have a superpower, and that's being them. So tonight is a true celebration of women feeling really empowered about who they are and letting themselves shine. The most powerful superhero is a woman. I mean, we kind of knew that already. No. I mean, look at real life situations, the way people are doing jobs as well as being mothers, as well as being carers and givers of love, and so many incredible things. And I think it's just great that we're celebrating females, and we're all here because we want to, celebrate a great movie. I'm most excited for the little girls that maybe haven't believed that they could have their own superpower tonight to realize that they can, and just to feel limitless and feel like there's endless possibilities for who they can be and the power and the impact that they can have in this world. And I think for little girls to know that they can just be more than cute or pretty, they can be strong and they can be powerful and they can make an impact is so important.
So that's the first Norwegian, and I think it's the second Scandinavian to join the universe. It's pretty exciting. So it's overwhelming, and it's more than I could ever imagine. Brie is fantastic, and the way she prepared, I was really impressed. And still, she had that energy to be a team leader, and off and on camera. I think that was really impressive. Because it's like a marathon to do a lead like that, and I was really impressed because she gave so much. Because obviously she's our leader in the Star Force, so I'm really impressed. And she is the most powerful superhero so far, and of course it's a woman.
Tonight, it's amazing. I mean, this has been 2 years in the making, and it's sort of surreal that we're here and finally able to show it to a big audience. And the Air Force has been amazing, and the flyover, it's just really surreal and incredible.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to sit through the movie tonight and to be there with this audience. It's like the first real audience who we're screening the movie for. Kind of real. I mean, there are a lot of friends in that audience, but we're pretty excited. One of the things that drew us to the character is that we're so excited to introduce this powerful woman who just happens to be the most powerful superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But it's not just about her strength and her confidence and her physical power. It's about her humanness, and she just is so in touch with all the humor and compassion and all the things that make us human. She has in spades, and that's what we're really excited about to share with the world.
What most Marvels do really well is the big action and the spectacle, but they also are really funny. So their sense of humor is fantastic, and this movie's no exception. They've got the big spectacle and the action, but I think for the action in this movie, it's grounded in a lot of real locations. Like we shoot on downtown LA metro trains, we shoot in mountains, lakes, deserts, swamps. So we're shooting a lot of real locations, and I think that's part of what makes the landscape of the movie really special.
It's nuts. I keep remembering where I was, my office, in our old house, where I came up with some of this stuff, and now to see all of these things and to see Jamie McKelvey's design so beautifully rendered on you know, these backdrops and on the pins that everyone's wearing. It's magical, absolutely magical. Well, so I didn't create Carol. Carol's been around since the 1960s, and Jerry Conway in 1977 gave her powers. And what my challenge to do in the book that released in 2012 was to make her into somebody we could root for. The trick was to really steer into the whole pilot attitude and give her a little swagger and make her somebody that you could really cheer for.
We clicked from the start, and we wanted to find the right sound for the cosmic scenes and the Earth, and how we can bring the 90s feel into the score. And our sensibilities really did match, and it's been a wonderful collaboration. She's really powerful, but there's also this incredible heart and soul that she brings into her character that's just been incredible to write for.
The most powerful hero is here. We announced we were making this movie, I think almost 4.5 years ago, right across the street at the El Capitan. And to think now that Brie Larson has inhabited this character, this amazing cast that came together, our directors, Ann and Ryan, so much had to happen in those 4.5 years. The one thing that's remained consistent are the fans. The fans who were with us that day announcing it, the fans who've been reading about this character for so long. Finally, the movie is here, and we couldn't be more proud of it. There's an amazing transformation that happens when we cast our most iconic characters. And I'm not sure which is which. I'm not sure if the heroes take on more of the personality of the actors, or if the actors take on more of the personality of the heroes. But you look at Robert Downey, you look at Chris Evans, and certainly now Brie Larson, who is so honorable and is so intelligent and is so powerful and so strong. I just saw a video of her pushing a Jeep around the other day in real life, not in the movie. So it's pretty amazing. It's pretty wonderful. Yes, this premiere started with a military flyover, the Thunderbirds. They helped us every step of the way on the production. There's an amazing 5-star general here, who's the first female fighter pilot in the military. This film is all about that, and that we got their support along the way. There had been a lot of wonderful support over the years between the military and Marvel Studios, going back to Iron Man 1, where we shot at Edwards Air Force Base. We shot some scenes in Iron Man 2 there, and now in Captain Marvel. Returning there was really wonderful. I can't wait for audiences to see this section of the MCU history in the 90s, a fun action-adventure film set in the 90s, but most certainly and most specifically, Carol Danvers, and seeing her story and how she came to be our most powerful hero.
We've been cooking this movie for a long time now. Couldn't be more proud of it, and are really ready for audiences to start seeing it, and hopefully they love Carol and love the movie as much as we do. I can't imagine a more perfect person to be the most powerful character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, since Brie is a real-life superhero. Everyone's seen kind of the physical transformation that she went through over the course of this movie. She really transformed herself in an amazing way that I could never do in a million years. But also her own strength and her own activism and her own kind of strength of character, I think, was really important to embody Carol and sort of made her take on the character something really special. It's incredible to have real-life heroes here, people who put their lives on the line to kind of come here and check out the movie. Well, hopefully we do a good job of pretending to do the things that they do every day, and hopefully we really tried hard to bring a lot of verisimilitude to the Air Force side of the movie, and hopefully they see themselves represented on screen in a great way, because we really did our best to kind of honor them and honor their service. There was a low flyover right over Hollywood Boulevard, which I never thought I'd see in a million years, which was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Because typically we'd be seeing CG planes and doing it in visual effects, so to actually see it done practically for real by real pilots and real airplanes, it's like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Hi there, here's today's Daily Fact. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is such a huge franchise that in just over 10 years, the box office earnings go way over $17 billion in total. After all, the creators of this world made 20 films, the highest grossing being Black Panther, and the lowest The Incredible Hulk at a mere $263 million. Remember to click below to subscribe or on the side for more great content.